I'm always interested in people's stories, and I met someone with a very interesting one, and I'm gonna let her tell you everything about her experiences. Her parents are Burmese, but she was born in America. She didn't know much about the Burmese culture, but now she's discovering home.
My name is Joanna. My parents are from Burma. They were born here in Yangon. My dad came to the US when he was 16. My mom came to the US when she was around 20. I was born and raised in the US. Growing up in America, most of my friends were Asian American. There wasn't many Burmese people that I could talk to where I lived. So I resonated more with Asian Americans, and I didn't know much about Burmese culture growing up, but as I got older, I became more interested in Burmese culture and started learning more about that myself. The first time I visited Yangon was when I was 18. I came with my brother and my parents. It was completely foreign to me, like this city, Yangon. And I got food poisoning shortly after, so that wasn't enjoyable. My brother also got food poisoning, and I think we didn't enjoy the trip that much, but I still felt connected to the people and the country somehow. Even though I didn't speak the language, I still felt some sort of connection. And even though I got food poisoning and I wasn't doing much, there was just this immeasurable connection. I can't explain it, but I just felt I had it. So whenever my parents would make a trip to Yangon, I would always say, I want to come, I want to join them. And I would go with them, but it'd be difficult for me because I don't speak Burmese. So I would just be sitting at lunches, dinners. I wouldn't understand anything. I wouldn't have anybody to talk to. I'm just surrounded by people a generation older than me. So it wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't that enjoyable, but I still felt this connection. So I would still come every time my parents came. Last year, I decided to come with my dad and my grandma. I hadn't come for about 5 years since then. So when I came with my dad and my grandma, I had the same experience. I wasn't understanding much Burmese, and I was just following my dad around wherever he wanted to go. The whole time I thought Yangon wasn't developed much, to be honest. I thought there weren't nice restaurants, there weren't foreign clean restaurants I could eat at. I thought there's nothing for me to enjoy here. And that was my ignorance, but when I met somebody last year who took me around, he showed me, there are bars that you can have fun at. There are nice, clean restaurants. There's arcades. Like, it's pretty modern here and people can enjoy life just like anybody else. And once I had that realization, I wanted to come here a lot more often so that I can fully experience Yangon for all that it has to offer. And the people are just so welcoming and so nice that even if I don't speak the language, they're still welcoming and they still try to help me and communicate with me as much as possible, which I absolutely love. After I realized that Yangon has so much more to offer than what I thought, and that it's more modern than I thought, I wanted to come back, and I felt I needed to come back without my parents, because every time I come with my parents, they only take me to places that they're familiar with, which is when they were younger. So whatever has developed in Yangon since they've left, they don't really know about. And I wanted to experience that and get to know that part of Yangon. So I figured I need to come by myself and see what it's like. But in order to do that, I need to know some Burmese. So I started learning Burmese. I've been learning for about 2 years now. I learn it online, and ever since I started learning, I've been coming more often, trying to talk to the locals, just trying to improve my Burmese, and just going around and seeing how wonderful it is here. Whenever I visit Asia, I not only come to Burma, I also visit other countries like Korea, Japan, Thailand, which all those countries I have a lot of fun in. But when I come here, like I said before, I feel this immeasurable connection because I know that this is where my parents grew up. This is where my family's from. So I feel more at home, per se. Even though I'm American, even though I'm not fluent in Burmese, I still feel a bit more homey. And especially since the people are so welcoming. And also because Burmese is the only language I've ever committed to learning. I feel like I'm finally in a country in Asia that I can understand the language to some degree, which feels pretty nice. Every time I come to Yangon, I learn something new about the Burmese culture, even the different ethnic groups here. And I also am able to see how much my Burmese has improved, which I really enjoy. And I do hope that I can come again in the near future so that I can just get to know more people, hopefully make some more friends, make some new connections, improve my Burmese, and get more in touch with my Burmese culture.
Mystic moons and soulful heights, ancient chants and fragrant spice.